This is Kelsey Bernard's writing piece response. My first comment for you was I highlighted the section where you said, "We see a lot of this in our own peers' writing, so how can we expect our 5th graders to have mastered this?" I can remember when taking my grammar class in college that I would sit there and think about how in the world I was supposed to teach all of these things to my students. So my first comment was, this was a great way to address your audience. I love that it is as if you are talking directly to them. So it immediately grabbed my attention and made me want to read because, I'm a teacher, so I want to know what you have to say. I highlighted a big part of it where you provided something from your article. So right here, you provided the page number, your source, and then you said, "Reading this article and grammar instruction, what teachers say, led me to strengthen my belief that we should not just be teaching our students by using grammar drills. We should be embedding our grammar lessons into our writing instruction." So I love that you took your source and you stated the source and the point that you wanted to talk about, and then you provided us with an example that explained why it was so important to you. So I think by taking that source and then explaining your opinion about it was brilliant. It was a great idea. I wish I would have thought of it. I highlighted another part where you did the same exact thing. I said again, you used a quote from your article and emphasized its importance with the topic of sentence fragments. Amazing. My last one was, I highlighted your whole conclusion. And I went through and I said I'm a little confused about your stance on sentence fragments because in the beginning of your writing, you talked about how important grammar was. And so in my mind, I kind of took that, that sentence fragments are bad, in your writing because it is part of grammar. But then in the middle, you said that sometimes sentence fragments can be accepted if and only if they use the fragments in the correct way. So we're getting more lenient on the sentence fragments. But by the end, you said we just shouldn't worry as much on the writing skills, which includes sentence fragments. So it went from sentence fragments not being allowed to let's not focus on them as much. So I was just a little bit confused. I think by your conclusion, I understood, that it wasn't important and it can make your writing more creative. So I guess just maybe explain your stance throughout the piece a little more in depth so I know exactly what your viewpoint is. I think it would make it a lot easier to follow. And my last comment was that you provided plenty of evidence. I know that was in your author's agenda. The way you incorporated your research findings was wonderful. I love how you provided a statement from your research article, then you supported it with your opinion. That was my favorite part, and it really was great. So I enjoyed your piece.